Hey everybody, you're listening to my podcast Suchitra's Life with me, Suchitra. And in this episode, I'm going to talk about this beautiful book that I've read recently. It's called A Man Called Ovi, written by Fredrik Backman. A bit about Fredrik. So, Fredrik Backman is a Swedish blogger and a columnist. He is the author of work of nonfiction called Things My Son Needs to Know About Life. And A Man Called Ovi is his first novel. And this book has been sold more than 5 lakh copies, I guess, in his native country and has been translated to 25 languages all over the world. And he was reported to be the most successful author in Sweden in 2013. So that's Fredrik Backman, and I think there are many books that he wrote. But Man Called Ovi, I think I was just browsing through and I found this beautiful book and I thought I should just give it a try. And trust me, I had literally, I don't know, I had thoroughly enjoyed it. It felt like I watched a small film, you know, a film that is quite relatable. So the story revolves around Ovi or Ov, since it's written in Swedish language. I think the pronunciation would be Ovi and all. I'm not getting that exact pronunciation, but yeah, uh, I'm gonna call him Ov. All right. So uh, O stays in his neighborhood. I mean, every day he wakes up at the same time. He goes around the neighborhood. He checks for, if there's been any theft or, any inconsistencies in the neighborhood. He's somebody who feels that it is his duty to do so, and has been in that locality for more than 40 years. So you can imagine, if a person has been in the locality for more than 40 years, their attachment to the neighborhood, and they'll be very particular about everything, and they won't tolerate others coming in and messing up their locality. So is also a very stern and stubborn old man, and he's known to be quite cantankerous and very grumpy. If you're listening any background noises, kindly excuse them because I can't stop it. There's some construction work going on. So yeah. So O is somebody who is very disciplined, very logical, practical, and this book talks about him. Though his exterior is very rough, and it gives off this vibe that is a tough man, but as and when the story progresses, we see that he is a soft hearted person. Well, he doesn't make it that apparent by any means, but that is something people around him discover about him, that he is a soft hearted man. So Ove has lost his parents. He lost the house which his father built, and then he realizes that he can't really trust people that easily, because there was one a person who came into his locality, gained his trust, and said that he's an insurance dealer, and he told him that he'll be selling him an insurance policy, and Ove gives him money, and then he realizes that the person was never a part of any insurance company. So that was like a betrayal, a betrayal that Ove can't really forget. So his perspective changes. Like, even we all go through all of these things in our lives. Like, while growing up, we'll be very trusting, we'll be very naive, and probably in your late 30s, or maybe even in your early 30s, you become distrustful of people around you. People might have cheated you for some money, and it's a journey. This book is a beautiful journey. The way he doesn't let people in his life easily, and he also doesn't admit that he do he does look forward for any sort of friendship or companionship. He doesn't really make it apparent, and of course he falls in love with his beautiful wife Sonja, and they will also face some hurdles. They've been on their own journey of sorts, and one fine day he loses his wife as well, and that hits him really hard. And he tries to hold it together for some time, and he would go to the office and he would try to just push away those thoughts. But one fine day he would be asked to stop working because the company says that he is nearing, I mean, he has almost crossed the retirement age and he has to retire. So one fine day he finally finds himself like doing nothing, like having nothing to do, and his wife is no more with him. And the story starts off, I mean, I know I'm giving out a lot many spoilers, but the story starts out by Ove wanting to kill himself every day. Like every day he would wake up, he would be like, you know what, today I'm gonna just do it. But there'll be some beautiful incidences that keep stopping him from killing himself. And those instances, um, they become so, what do I say, so destined that at one point of time, O wakes up and he doesn't want to kill himself. That's how beautiful these incidents add up to. I think by looking at O's life, we could also see ourselves in it somewhere, at least a part of his life. I think we would be able to relate to that. And I think it's 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 a story of a very practical, logical, and a shy man who eventually learns to move on a little from his wife's death and also let life flow. Oh, yeah, and of course he also befriends a cat, which is again a very interesting um, thing that had happened with Ove. Though he says he doesn't like the cat and all, he ends up looking for it. He ends up getting worried about its safety. So, yeah, he's somebody who loves slowly but surely. So, yeah, this book is about Ove, and it's a fun read, to be very honest. Like, whenever I was reading those instances wherein he tried to kill himself and then he couldn't, those were really hilarious, and I want you all to read it, probably ponder over it a little. I think it's a man's life in a nutshell, and it's as thrilling as any web series you would ever watch. Until next time, take care.